Hey guys, let's take a break from the nitro 4-stroke engines and let's get back to the HG-P407. What do you think? These are fun. However, not everybody can do these. So let's get back to the HG-P407. What do you say? Here we go. Hey guys, what's up? All right. It's Double Deuce back. Yeah, I've been away for a while. You guys have probably noticed that. I haven't put up a video in a while. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But right now, the most important thing is we're doing a video. So I bought a bunch of stuff. And yeah, I thought it was more of a maintenance thing. But then I ended up saying, hey, you know what? I can build something else here. So I thought I would take the HG-P407 and kind of maybe kick it up a notch a little bit. And so we're going to get to it right now. So here we go. Okay, so what I had done, I was going through a bunch of stuff, being that we're quarantined in here. But I have to work because I am an essential employee, so I haven't really had a lot of time or downtime to go through a lot of stuff. And boy, I have to go through a lot of stuff, let me tell you. I started going through it before this quarantine hit, and I thought just in case they shut the state down, then I'll have plenty of stuff to do with my hobby. But unfortunately, kind of about the same time all this was happening, I started getting these really bad migraine headaches. And I think it was, I had like 45 of them in a row, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And so I had to go to the old doctor, and they gave me a bunch of pills that kind of knocked me out and it kind of messed me up quite a bit. But now the migraines are going away, so I don't know if it was part of some of that virus or something. I don't know. But anywho, I'm back. We're going to do this. So anyway, I went through a box of stuff. When I was building my blue super scale truck, I had kind of like dismantled one of my kits here. And I was going to buy a frame and just replace it all and kind of have one, you know, RTR kit in the box, you know, if we're down the road. But like I say, I got sidetracked on some things, and my imagination started going wild again. So let's, okay, we got a frame here I got online. It's what it is, it's one they dismantled, you know, and tore it down. I got another frame. Now, these basically have everything but your leaf springs, which you can buy. You know, they do come with a couple of servos in there, you know, and the speed controllers and the radio's missing out of them. So, no big deal, because those aren't the greatest speed controllers anyway. Set these. I got some wheels and tires, you know, that I bought. But, get all this stuff out here. Hate to keep you guys in suspense, but this here is the covers and the battery trays for the frames that they sent, and the bumper extensions and all the hardware, which is kind of nice. A lot of guys online sell them, and I'm going to move these out of the way because we're not really going to use the stock axles, because I had a brainstorm, and I'm not going to use the stock transmission either. I was going to do that. So, here we got the Xtraspeed alloy V8 transmission and all that stuff. 2-speed tranny. I think you guys have seen them. I've done them before. And I ran across some things here. I ran across these links. Now, these links were $11 for a 313 millimeter wheelbase. 11 bucks, and they're really nice, you know, heavy aluminum links. So we'll see what that brings. I bought 2 sets of them, and I bought these because I wanted to change up the looks of the HG-P407, and so I kind of wanted to give it a little bit of bling, you know what I mean? You can put wheels and tires on them, and all that stuff all day long, but you know, until you come up with a really nice, you know, axle. Now I buy a lot of stuff from this company. I don't know if it's integy and integy or however they pronounce it. I've been called out for not pronouncing things right. And let's see if I can crack this open here and give you guys a look at this housing. Now what these are, they're basically a copy of the Vanquish Curry rock crawlers. And you know, they have a super nice finish on them, and you know, you gotta kind of like take them apart and make sure they're greased and shimmed up real good. But as you can see, the diff is set back this way so it doesn't catch on things, and it has a Duralin skid plate underneath it. And believe it or not, this, I know it says, I think it was $119 on the box. If you go on eBay and just go to RC Option, I've mentioned this before in my other videos, the RC Option Company, and just start scrolling through, there's just hundreds and hundreds of listings on there. Now, they had this axle on there like 3 different times. This one here was $64 for the axle, okay, which is outstanding because the Curry, the Vanquish Curry rock crawler copies were, those were licensed, but those were still, I think they were around $700 for the pair, you know, completely put together and done with their lockers and axles and all that stuff. But so 64 bucks for this, and I seen a few of them on there for 200, you know, 139, 180, you know, but if you search, you can still buy the same axle. And there's the front. You know, there's the front. It's got all your steering components, but it has the servo on the top. You know, it's the same basic copy of the rear. Let's crack that open too. And, so, thinking to myself, you know, instead of making another leaf spring truck, maybe try to use some links here. And you say there's the front axle. And like I say, the quality looks really nice. I've ran these things before on other kits and stuff I had. And, you know, other than you got to tamper apart and Loctite some stuff, but, you know, they're all metal. And they're really nice quality for, you know, what it is. This one here was 75 bucks. I found this one for 75. And, you know, this was on there for like 200, you know, and on different listings. But like I say, if you search through their site, I think they do that so you find bargains. Now, they did offer me some kind of a discount. I guess it was probably, I don't know, 6 months ago, because I do a lot of their, you know, reviews on their parts. And they do have a lot of stuff. So, you know, like I never even thought about using a discount because I'm not that kind of guy. I don't use coupons or anything, you know. And now this was only 20 bucks. Okay, this is your SCX, you know, 10 to your transfer case cover, right? Now the reason I bought this thing was the Wraith is wider, okay, but the XCS10 is shallower because the frame's not as wide on the thing. And so I'm gonna have to come up with some fabrication to put this in the HG-P407 frame. But the reason I got it was because it's already got the mounts for the links on the thing, and I already got the links. So if anything, for 20 bucks, even if I don't use this and I have to fabricate my own link mounts, I know exactly where they got to be now, and I can put them all together and shift them backwards and forwards onto the frame, and come up with, you know, kind of a relative area of, you know, where it's got to be. Now, like I say, this is a, you know, brand new frame. They just took it all apart. Now the sometimes you get bonus things in there, like the little nut for the, you know, for your shifter, for your transmission, you know, that's still on there. And it's got the cheap servos in it and all that crap. But we're gonna eliminate this box anyway, because I plan on putting this Xtraspeed setup in there. Now this comes with, you know, all your hardware. This is the 2-speed version, okay? And, you know, it comes with your front mount, which this here does fit into the HG-P407 and Bruiser frame, but you have to ream a couple of holes. And this basically sits underneath here, like so. I'll get it here for you. Like this. It sits in there like that, underneath there. And they do have a couple of spacers in here to bring it up higher if you want. But if you're going to use this frame and this, you know, false motor and 2-speed transmission setup, you don't need the spacers. So to put it onto the frame, you know, I mean, the cool thing is these frames come with the original HG and Bruiser mount. But this will set right in like so into the frame, and you know, that's why I'm going to eliminate the box back here, because we don't need it. And then you can lower it down, which means you can lower your body down on top of your frame once you eliminate this box. And that way they can come up with a really nice crawler setup for the thing. And so this is what I'm on now. And I did find a couple of these things on Evil Bay too. I don't know if you guys are, if you have ran across these things or not. I did a review on these a while back. They're, you know, they're hit or miss on there, and sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. What it is, it's the all metal grill for your Bruiser or HG-P407. And you know, these things are high quality. I love these things, and you know, the reason I grab them every time I see them, they're like 20, 25 bucks, you know, for the thing. But they come with all the headlights and the lenses, and they come with a nice little file for you to, you know, to do any trimming. And I tell you what, it puts weight on the front of your truck for crawling, which is super great. And you can say the factory bumper fits right in there and everything, so there's like not a big deal. So I bought a couple of those while I was splitting out my head there with the headaches. And so if you want to kind of get a look of where I was going with this, this is going to be, you know, it's going to be set up kind of like a, you know, a super bling crawler here, you know, for your HG-P407, you know. And now these are not the super wide wheelbases on the thing. And because I did do a couple of conversions on some Bruisers that I use the Wraith or the actual Bomber, whatever they call it there. Those are a lot wider, and you know, and the thing is, now you've got to get a wheel that has a super recess on the backside, you know, to set in, or if not, your wheels are sticking way out your wheelhouses, you know. So this way, that's, you know, that's where I was going with this, and this is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to start building this thing little by little here, and like I say, hopefully, you know, things get better out there in the world, and you guys stay safe. And why I'm quarantined in here, you know, when I get out of work, because I really can't go to work because nothing's open. You know, whoa, there we go. We're losing my camera mount here, but yeah, nothing's really open out there, and so, you know, like I say, I've been sorting through boxes and boxes and boxes, and you know, I got like totes down here, and I got them, you know, like over there, you know, and then I got, you know, a couple over here. And I got like, it's radio out of control at its best. I'll put it that way. That's why I call my channel Radio Out of Control. But you know, you're digging through stuff from, you know, 30 years ago, and you're finding stuff you had in boxes, and it's like pretty cool. But so stay tuned on this build right here, and you know, and I'm going to keep sorting, getting better, and hopefully you guys, like I say, you know, you stay cool and keep the hobby up. And if you get bored, you know, check out some of my videos and all that, and you know, I try to bring off some one-off builds for everybody, and you know, it does get, you know, kind of taxing after a while because I only have so many ideas and I put them out so fast. You know, and another idea I have had for this frame, now that we're on the subject of links, I was wondering, okay, what would happen if you just ran a straight link this way off each one, a short link, to your axle housing? You know, now it's going to, you know, it's going to rock up and down, you know, like this, but it will twist a little bit, I should say, you know, when it does rock. But, and if you have a panhard bar from one side to the other somehow on there, now you've got a 3-link setup with a swing bar, and then you can, you know, you can adjust everything else with your shock for your heights and all that stuff. And the only bad thing about that is with links, with leaf springs, your rear ends, your axle stays straight. It goes up and down this way. Once you put links on it and you jack them up higher, now your you know, your wheelbase either goes this way if you got links in the front. If you got links in the back, now, you know, it grows this way, you know what I mean, as it comes down, because it's actually swinging the axle. But if you can kind of get into that sweet spot where it only swings a little bit, you know. But like I say, I don't know how high I'm going to put this thing. I don't know what rims and tires I'm going to use for it yet. You know, I was going to put these on there, but I may go with a smaller stock style. But these rear ends are so exotic. Why, well, you know, why waste it on, you know, something stock? But then again, I mean, you know, there's so many other small stock styled, you know, 155s and 1.9 wheels out there. You know, it could be, you know, it could be a game changer if I get on eBay and find something else, or, you know, some other website there. But anyways, like I say, like, share, subscribe if you want. Thanks for hanging out there, and thanks for all you guys that were concerned hitting me up with the messages there when I was still live. And, you know, like I say, you know, live peace and stay safe, and keep checking back in, because I'm going to be on this for a while, and I'll keep bringing up updates on how I put stuff together and how I fit things together. And right now I'm not quite sure which direction I'm going to go, but I'll figure it out. And all right, guys, y'all have a good one now. All right, adios.